The scourge of flea market and pawn shop game bins, John Madden himself has unfortunately gone to the big end zone in the sky. But we'll talk about a very fitting tribute he'll be receiving from his longtime namesake game developers at EA.
Plus, we go through all the announcements from this week's PlayStation State of Play right now on Gaming News Weekly. Gaming News Weekly is back. We are the best weekly video game news show, back with more amazing video game news every single Monday. We're here on Fruit Lab, we're on YouTube, we're on podcast services around the world, bringing you all the news that you need to know about the video game industry. My name is E-Rock the Red. I am joined every single week by the man Full Clip. What's going on, buddy? How you doing today?
Good. Always good to be back. Always good to be telling the gaming news with E-Rock the Red.
And it's exciting, dude. So it's like, so there's no E3 this year, but it's all still happening. June is always the month. Yeah, we don't need it. Everybody's doing their own kind of thing. And it's just kind of kicking off this week. So very exciting times if you're a fan of video games or video game news or, that sort of thing. So we got a lot to talk about. First of all, though, I want to know, you been playing anything fun?
Fun, yes. New? No. Been playing a lot of Call of Duty lately, just trying to get like 3 more gold guns. If I could just eke out 3 more, I can make another video and put it up on Fruit Lab, show everybody the journey on the road to Atomic. I just managed to do that today, just hours ago. So new video will be going up soon, and
congratulations.
I don't feel like, thank you, and I don't feel any closer to Atomic for the record.
Dude,
so many guns.
Get it by when's the new one coming out?
October 23rd, 28th, something like that.
Yeah. So you got some work to do, man.
Yes, it's going to be rough.
Nice. What did I get into this week? Over the weekend I played a game on Game Pass called A Memoir Blue, and it was just about an hour and a half long. It's like more of like an interactive poem is what it's like kind of referred to. It's like it's these very simple gameplay, simple riddles where you have to like move something around on the screen or whatever, but it's following the story. It's a beautiful story about a young girl and her mother. I might have got a little choked up at it, but it was a really fun game. I played it all in one sitting. It was just like, I had to just keep going. I did that, and then I played some Sniper Elite. I tried that out, shot some people in the face, and I watched their whole faces explode. But so there's a lot of like, stealth and like waiting in that game. And I will say that while I was waiting for someone and I was going to come snipe them, I fell asleep. So that was the last I played of it. I'm not cut out for that sniper world. Also, I need to drink less beer. So
yeah, what would you give that on a scale of 1 to 10, considering you fell asleep during it?
So far, like, since I only played the first few things, I don't even feel comfortable rating it. Like, it looks great, and like the gameplay, I could see the hook being there. But ask me next week if I
that's
don't,
fair.
Fall asleep. I might play it tonight, but I'm drinking again. Who knows?
There you go. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much it. And then like, we talked about Marvel Snap last week, the new mobile game coming out, and I've just been obsessing over that. So I downloaded Marvel Puzzle Quest, which is a game that I delete and download regularly since it came out. Maybe like, I don't know, 5 years ago. Like, I'm like, God damn it, I can't keep playing this game, so I'll delete it. And then I'm like, all right, I'll play it again. So
does it at least save your progress?
It does.
Yeah.
I was hopeful. It kept all my characters that I've collected throughout the time. So I've been just doing way too much of that. My productivity is not great this week, but that's how it's going to be once Marvel Snap comes out. So it's just the way it's going to be now. All right, let's get this show on the road. Let's talk about some new releases from last week. First up, Silt came out June 1st for PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One XS, the Nintendo Switch, and PC. Now, I know you said when we saw this announcement, you were excited about this one. I do remember that was one of your indie titles you were on the lookout for, and it looks cool. You gonna get it?
I think so. If it were to come out on Game Pass, though, I think I'd not object to that.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. It's in that style of like Inside and the spiritual successor. I forget, but Inside, I believe, is the first one.
Yeah.
But
Limbo.
yeah, it's like that 2D Limbo. Yeah, that's right. And it looks a lot more like Limbo than it actually does Inside. But it's got that side-scrolling puzzle. Nothing seems too challenging, so it's kind of relaxing to, even if you have to play a few parts over again when you die.
And
it
it's
looks
black
like a lot
and
of fun.
white, which is why it has the same aesthetic,
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks great. It's like an underwater adventure game, and the hook of it is that you can possess different marine life to like solve the puzzle. So you could possess a piranha and they could bite through like ropes and stuff. I was like, what a great idea. So yeah, I'm excited to check it out too. Yeah, maybe I'll wait and see if it drops on the new PlayStation Plus service or Game Pass. But otherwise, I don't think it can be that much money. But it's getting great reviews. It's the debut game for Spiral Circus, the developers of the game. So I definitely want to check it out. And I've heard that it's got a little bit of a horror lean to it too. So I don't know what that means. Maybe just because it's underwater. And that's scary as hell under there.
Yeah. Seems like it's got sort of a paranormal thing going to it.
Yeah, I mean, you're possessing other creatures. So, I mean, it's got to be a little bit, right? Next up, Soldiers. Souldiers. It's out for PS4, PS5, Xbox One XS, Nintendo Switch, and PC. This came out June 2nd. This is like a pixely Metroidvania game where you gotta like solve puzzles. There's a little bit of role-playing game elements. There's like 3 different classes of characters you could play. But it looks like a fun platformer, if you're into those Metroidvanias. This one, it's getting great reviews. Last I looked, it was 76 on Metacritic. So, I mean, that's fantastic for one of these.
Yeah.
I mean, how many Metroidvania games come out like on the reg? Like, there's a lot of garbage ones. So I'm hearing great things about this one.
Yeah, the style of this one just reminded me immediately of like Final Fantasy games from the Super Nintendo era.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those kind of sprites. But you've got a lot of like the cooler stuff, like the gradients that we have, like modern graphics have afforded us. So it looks like a really good mix of that retro and what we can do with new stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Great point. Yeah, it looks really cool if you're into that. The sprite pixel art. And last up, Diablo Immortal came out June 2nd. Now this is a traditional Diablo title, but it's only for iOS and Android devices. There is a PEC, a Windows version planned for the future. Right now, I think it just went into beta. So you might be able to jump in on that. So it's this one is more of a MMO. They're calling it MMO action RPG. So massive multiplayer online action role-playing game. And it's always online. It's free to play game. But, I am hearing there's a lot of microtransactions.
Oh.
So I read a bunch of reviews, and the reviews are great for this game because I've spent a lot of time playing Diablo. So, I was excited to see how this one did. And the reviews are good. Right now, I think it was like an 81 on Metacritic, but I haven't downloaded it yet. And the reason I haven't downloaded it yet is because of these. Like, there's a bunch of reviews I read talk about the play to win kind of type things. And like, there's a monthly subscription service you could use. It's $9.99 a month to get like all this new stuff. And I'm like, dude, I can't be playing against like people that are subscribing to this, having the best gear, the best loot. They also talk about you're able to craft it, but like there's restrictions on that. So it only allows you to craft a certain amount of pieces per week, and to get the resources, the materials, it's like you grind and you grind and you grind. And I'm like, already, like I want Diablo. I want to play Diablo, and I'll check it out just for that. But like the idea of being frustrated and like thinking I need to invest money into this free to play, it kind of bums me out. But
Yeah.
you know,
I'm right there with you. I mean, I downloaded it. I've not been able to launch it yet, even, but I just downloaded it to try it out and see what it's like. When you said you were hearing about a lot of something, I thought you were going to say issues with the launch, because as I was downloading it, I had noticed in the Google Play Store several reviews, like 1 star, 2 star, saying that there are issues with the graphics not working, and these people are using like pretty decent devices. But on the
Really?
Android side of things, there's always a lot more that goes into it. There's so many
That's
different
true.
screen sizes to accommodate. But overall, even though those were some of the first comments and reviews I saw, it was a 4.7 out of 5. So pretty
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This I'll download it too. We'll talk about it more next week. But the idea of it plays similar to Diablo 3, which is cool. I spent a lot of time with that one. And what I like is the activities in it are shorter, so it's like 1 to 5 minute bursts of gameplay that you could do. So it's got that nice pick up and play element. There's dungeons in it that take about 10 to 15 minutes, but even still, it's I like that idea that you could just pick up, play it a little bit, put it away, and if I could play it and not feel like I'm missing out by not spending a ton of money, then yeah, I'm into it. So
Yeah.
again, I don't want to judge it too harshly because it is getting good reviews. And like you said, 4.7 on there. But just the idea of all these microtransactions and stuff. I mean, it's banned in 2 countries already because of the amount of that. So Belgium and Netherlands won't be able to play this game. So
Yeah, loot boxes specifically.
yeah. So we'll see if more countries. I know more countries are taking a firmer stance on loot boxes. So we'll see, what happens with this. And then just lastly, I want to mention real fast, Knockout City, the dodgeball multiplayer game, is now free to play, available to everyone, and they are starting their season 6. So a ton of new items in there, new maps, new battle pass, and that sort of thing. You ever play it?
No, I've not, but I've seen a little bit of it.
It is so much fun. I keep trying to get my friends to play more of it because it's ridiculous. The learning curve is pretty simple, I thought it was a lot of fun. So I definitely check it out, and hopefully it'll have a boost of players getting in there. All right, that's our new releases for last week. Let's do it. Let's get into the news. Our news of the week. First thing, we talked about at the top of the show, E3 season is upon us. It was kicked off with PlayStation's new State of Play. So in this, it was 28 minutes, just trailers, a couple little interviews. But for the most part, it was just bam, trailer after trailer after trailer. Let's run through it real quick. We won't take too much time on each one of them, but it starts out just, it says 3/24/2023, Resident Evil 4 they show, which I'm excited. That was one of my favorite Resident Evils. I thought that game was fantastic. And I haven't played any of the remakes since they came out, and they're getting great reviews. So everybody's I think Resident Evil 2 was game of the year last year or 2 years ago,
Wow.
whenever it came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to get in there, but it's a little too spooky for me sometimes. I'll save that stuff for October. But it also did mention at the end of that trailer, PSVR 2 content in development also for Resident Evil 4. So, maybe I'll just wait and do that and just poop myself.
And the PSVR 2 seems to be a headlining feature throughout this presentation.
Yeah. So right after that, they did say, here's 4 new PSVR games for PSVR 2. Resident Evil Village coming out for PSVR 2. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2. This is a game that I have on my PSVR. Now, it came out for the PlayStation Plus. I downloaded it, and I've yet to play it. Everybody says it's the best VR game for this. So I'll have to check it out now. They got a sequel coming out. And then No Man's Sky. They showed and now I was like watching this trailer. And I'm like, man, that looks a lot like No Man's Sky, but like, no way could it have all this stuff. There's like giant mechs fighting and multiplayer modes and like all sorts of really cool stuff. And then they showed No Man's Sky, and I was like, what am I missing here? So that's going to be on PSVR 2, and that's a free upgrade. So if anybody has No Man's Sky, you could get in there. And then lastly, Horizon Call of the Mountain for PlayStation VR. This is a brand new, built from the ground up PlayStation VR thing with the Horizon in the Horizon world, and it looks insane, dude. I'm like, I can't believe that this is stuff it's gonna be immersive, because already it looked like, I mean, I don't know how the traversal is gonna be. You're like running and like jumping and hooking things with hooks and bow and arrows, and
that's gonna be really cool. I
It's
played a game
really
called
cool.
like Mountain Climber for VR, and I'm hoping it's something similar to that. So maybe you'll be like looking up and using your tools to jump to the next little rock and clean it in there.
Dude, that'd be scary.
That'd be nice.
Jumping real high up. You look down. Oof. Yeah. After that, they announced there is a big Horizon update to the game that's out now. So they're adding New Game Plus and Ultra Hard Mode, a bunch of other stuff. Then they announced that Spider-Man is coming to PC August 12th, 2022. This is one of my favorite games of all time. So if you have yet to play Spider-Man, play it on your computer in August. That goes for you. Did you play Spider-Man?
I did play that one, no.
Okay.
It looks good, though.
It's great. Next up, Stray. I've been really excited for more info about this. It's about a cat who plays as a cat. You just walk around this steampunk world. But we got to see a little gameplay. It looks like it's going to be stealth-based, a lot of traversal. So that's going to be cool. That comes out July 19th. So really cool. And then right after that, this will be available to subscribers of the PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium package. So I was like, yes. So they are going to be putting out day one games to this new service. So, man, between Game Pass and the new PlayStation Plus, I mean, who needs to buy games, right?
Yeah.
Next up, this game looks super cool, super spooky. The Callisto Protocol. This is by the creators of Dead Space. This game looked like the scariest game I've ever seen. The images were like very, very creepy, and like, I don't know, it looked scary. You play as like you're in like a prison jumpsuit, and it's like some weird future prison, and aliens come. I have no idea, but
yeah, the Dead Space creation shines through on that one.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And then we saw some crazy looking cell shaded roller skating shooter. And I was like, what the hell is this? Yeah. It's called Roller Dome, comes out August 16th. But yeah, look at this trailer. It is, it's insane. Whoever came up with this idea is either a genius or insane. I'm not certain yet, and we'll let you know August 16th. Next up, Eternites. This one looked great, too. It's like an action role-playing game / dating sim where you have an energy arm that it looks like it could turn into things. At one point, he turned into like a weird floppy thing, and that kind of creeped me out a little bit. It looked a little too sexual, but I was in on this one. It looks like a fun game to play. It's set to come out sometime in 2023. And not just for the weird floppy energy arm.
Yeah, it wasn't sexual enough for me. You know, I like that breeding in my games.
That's true. That is true. Maybe they'll add DLC or something like that. And then we saw Street Fighter 6, the longest trailer that I was like, what is it? It just lasted forever. And I was like, I mean, I'm not a Street Fighter guy, so I didn't really care. But it looked good. It looked like updated Street Fighter, 3D graphics. So that comes out in 2023. And then a couple indie games that have been out on other consoles. Tunic and Season. They showed the trailers for. Tunic comes out in September. And then Season comes out sometime this fall. And last up, Final Fantasy 16 got an amazing trailer. Now, I go hot and cold on the Final Fantasy games. I always buy them, and then I don't ever finish them. I don't play them as much as I think I would like to. And so the last few I took off. I didn't play them. I don't think I've played one since like maybe, I don't know, 12 or 13. I don't even know. They all run together in my mind. But, dude, this trailer got me, I think. It looked amazing. It looked like it was definitely the best trailer they showed at this thing. The graphics were phenomenal. They showed like all the different, like, I don't know, like the summons creatures or the gods or I don't know what they are. And they were like battling. Yeah.
They look like some kind of bosses. One sort of looks like a burnt marshmallow, but the best burnt marshmallow I've ever seen.
Yep. I wrote that as well. Best burnt marshmallow I've ever seen. So yeah, that was the full state of play. Was there anything that that jumped out to you or that you were excited about?
That Stray, like I could swear that I saw that. I could swear that I saw it originally announced in like 2016.
Dude, it was a long time ago. It was. Yeah. It was like, yeah.
I had to look into it. It was 2020, strangely enough, but it
just shows you how slow this time is trickling by.
But yeah, that seems like a pretty fun game, and I'm interested, especially if it comes out on like PC, what kind of mods we're going to get.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I always like a game with a cat, especially, I mean, has there ever been a playable character, just a regular cat?
I don't think so, not that I know of.
Yeah, this is the first. But yeah, the one that got me, man, that Callisto Protocol, like, I'm going to play it through like my hands like this, but it looked really, really amazing. That's one I'll be looking to play during Year October, but yeah, it looked super spooky. And then on top of that, I keep going back and forth about, do I want a PlayStation VR? Should I not get one because I don't use my current one? So after this, I'm leaning towards I need to get a PlayStation VR, but it's I don't know. It's gonna be cost, availability, that sort of thing. We'll see.
Does look like they're putting some money behind this one to back projects and everything.
Yeah, and I gotta be in on that metaverse. You know what I mean? Being there with all the kids, jamming out to like Billie Eilish or something, Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's move on. And that was just the start of all the upcoming video game events. So right after that, we had the Sega announcement, and then June 9th is when it kind of like officially kicks into high gear. That's when you got the Summer Games Fest showcase. Now that's Jeff Keighley's thing. Every time he does something, you're gonna get world premieres. You're gonna get a lot of new stuff. So this is the one to watch. We're gonna have to do like a special episode or something talking about this Summer Game Fest for sure. And then after that, June 10th, the Tribeca Games Spotlight. This is going to have probably a lot more indie games. We'll see. Summer Game Fest is the big one. So after that, it's kind of like, well, we'll see. Guerrilla Collective 3, June 11th. That bunch of different games and gameplay trailers, that sort of thing coming out from there. Future Games Show is part of the Summer Showcase, June 11th as well. This one's from Games Radar, the website there. Said to feature world premieres, exclusive trailers, developer presentations, and a little extra to keep fans on their toes. And then after that, June 12th, the big one we're looking forward to, Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. So, what are we gonna see there? There's a lot of hopeful Starfield, Fable, Outer Wilds. And then lastly, PC Gaming Show also on the 12th for all these, all you PC people. Talk about your modems and your
my 3090 Ti,
your dial-up. I don't know how computers work anymore, but yeah. So it's all happening. We're going to talk about all that stuff as it happens. So make sure to subscribe to this show. Come back every week. We're going to be talking about more and more of this shit. This great gaming stuff. I shouldn't say shit. It's great stuff. Next up, we got the new games for the subscription services for June. So, first up, PlayStation Plus games. We got God of War, Naruto, Boruto. Naruto. I like to say this one. I don't know what the game is, but it's called Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. Now, are you familiar with Naruto?
I've watched the first 400 episodes or whatever that first series is, and then I'm getting into the second one, Naruto Shippuden. So after that, then you go to his son, Boruto, and Naruto is an adult.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a son versus dad or something going on here. I guess like a fighter game where they fight each other.
Gotcha. I thought it was like, what was it? It was like Happy Gilmore. He's like, chlorophyll, more like Borophyll. And I thought it was
basically,
like that. Yeah. Naruto, more like Boruto. And then Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, which I was excited about until Multiverses, which is the better game. I don't even know, but I'm calling it right now. So yeah, those are the 3 new games for June. God of War is, it's God of War. Everybody was a little upset because that's already available in the PlayStation Plus thing for PlayStation 5. Like, so that's a throwaway. And then Naruto Boruto, not great reviews. 64 on Top Critic, and then Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, 65 on Open Critics. So, not the best reviewed stuff, and also, Multiverses is better. But who are we to complain? And we should probably see more now that the PlayStation Plus premium subscription thing has started. So it started in Asia, and then June 13th here in the States. So, we'll see what games we're getting then. Yeah.
This might be the last time we see anything like this, actually, because that new service taking over and replacing the way that PlayStation Network used to work. They may change that up.
Yeah. It's like it just happened. It just started in Asia, so we're getting some ideas of how it's going. But there have been a few problems with the rollout. And also the games list that they have over there is much different from what we're going to get in the States. So, I'm waiting to see kind of what is going to be available. But like I said before, I'm going to subscribe to it just at least for a year and see, and just so I can play Stray for,
Oh, yeah.
And then we got the Game Pass games for June. They are June 1st, For Honor, the Marching Fire Edition came out for console, PC, and cloud. June 2nd, Ninja Gaiden Master Collection for console and PC. June 7th, we're getting Assassin's Creed Origins for console, PC, and cloud. Also June 7th, Chorus for cloud, console, and PC. Disc Room for cloud, console, and PC. Space Lines from the Far Out for console and PC. And then later this month, June 21st, Shadowrun Trilogy, the console edition. And June 28th, Escape Academy. So, in addition to those games, you also got the games with gold games, Aven Colony, Project High Rise, Super Meat Boy, and Rascals are the games with gold games for this month. Those first 2, I think, are like simulation building games or whatever. So, whatever that might be. But any of those speaking to you, are they standing out?
Yeah, I actually always wanted to try Super Meat Boy, because I think it had something to do with the developer was on like Newgrounds back in the day. I don't know if you ever went there for Flash games, but I kind of lived on that site for a while.
Really? I played Super Meat Boy, and it's so damn hard. Mm-hmm. I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, so I wanted to mention while we're on the topic of free games real quick. Epic Games, they're giving out a free game. You don't need any service for it, but they do that every single week, and they're having like a lot of really good ones right now to coincide with the sale that's going on. Nice. So I can't remember what last week's was. Well, I think it was actually BioShock, like it was the remastered trilogy.
Yes.
Yeah. Until next Thursday, you'll be able to grab Wolfenstein: The New Order for free.
Ooh, that's a good game.
Yeah. So that's going to change every week, so keep an eye out on Epic Games Also, on the subject of Xbox, just a quick little story that I saw last minute today. There's going to be an update to the firmware on the Xbox later this month, sometime this month, I guess, where they say that hidden trophies will no longer work the same way as they did. You'll actually be able to unhide some of the details that you're choosing and then choose whether it goes back to hidden or stays, visible.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't even I haven't messed around with achievements enough that I looked at the hidden ones. On the PlayStation, it is like that where you can see what you need to do for the hidden trophy. I didn't realize until you just said that it was not the same. Yeah, that's very cool. But yeah, I've never played For Honor. I always see on Fruit Lab, dude, I'll see a bunch of people playing the games and just smashing people with clubs and stuff like that, and it looks great. Assassin's Creed Origin, I never played that either. So this is a big month. And then Disc Room and Space Lines from the Far Out, I think, are both day one games. So we'll see what the heck those are. Space Lines from the Far Out looks like a co-op management game, kind of like Overcooked or something like that, except it's set in space in the 60s. But then on top of that, there was a tweet says from Xbox says, "We're not done for June, so keep an eye on the Wire or PC and Xbox Game Pass Twitter and Instagram for more games, more release dates, and possibly a few surprises now and again. We'll see you on June 12th for the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase, and back here soon. Cheers." So I think what's going to happen June 12th, they're going to be okay, and this is available to play right now. They're going to do one of those. It's going to be I don't know. I bet it's some Bethesda game. It's going to be on Game Pass, available now or whatever, or a collection of some sort. I don't know. But we haven't seen really much of that stuff go onto Game Pass. So, yeah, we'll see. June 12th.
Elder Scrolls 6 early relaunch.
Exactly.
Skyrim 2.
Electric Boogaloo. So you always have to say that afterwards.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Definitely stop back here, though. We'll have more announcements about any of these new games being added to the PlayStation Plus premium subscription, as well as any new announcements coming from the Xbox Game Showcase thing. A new game that we did get another trailer for is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Got a brand new trailer. Looks beautiful. We saw some new legendary Pokemon, some other new Pokemon, the starter ones, and then some new professors that people are creaming their jeans over. Have you seen this? It's already getting down with those professors. So
I didn't see the gene creaming, but I did see the professors.
Yeah, I mean I added that. That wasn't a thing that was out there. Maybe it was. Who knows? But yeah, it looks good. What are you gonna get this one?
I think about it. It's been a long time since I got one. Let's Go Pikachu or something like that.
Yeah, that was a while ago. But this one, I'm hearing what's cool is that it's an open world game, so you can progress to however you want. It's not as linear, and it also has 4-player co-op, which they didn't really go over. But at one point during the trailer, they say, connect, talk to your friend, and play with up to 4 people. So it wasn't really featured in the trailer, but it was a little snippet was shown. So, and then you got Koraidon and Miraidon, some 2 new legendaries, which they all look the same to me. Those legendary Pokemon, they're just long. They have little arms. They look like dragons. I want something cool.
Do you think Pokemon's maybe gone a little too far with these generations?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. But they're still making millions of dollars, so it's not going to change. Yeah. But give me some. I don't know. I guess there's not many other original Pokemon ideas out there, but we'll see. Yeah, there's got to be some cool ones. The ones they showed, there was a new pig.
Huh?
I saw the pig. That looked cute.
It's the one that was literally a trash bag that did it for me.
Yes. There was the bag. Mm-hmm. I think you're right. I think they're running out of ideas. They're what can we? Let's a bag. Let's do a box of tissues. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the toilet Pokemon.
Oh God.
Let's move on before we get other ideas for Pokemon. Madden NFL 23. It's coming out in the future. I don't know. Do we know when? I think they always come out around the same time. But this one sounds interesting. So I've dabbled in the NFL football games before, the Madden football. I stopped playing it when it got intensely like detailed, where like you can't just like press a button and the guy runs out there and you throw him the ball or whatever. It's like you actually have to know how to play real football to play these games now. So it's been a while since I played. And
I guess that's the problem. Me being a little kid, not understanding the rules of football, trying to play that on the original PlayStation, just kind of turned me away for life.
Yeah, I hear you. I could see that. Football is my favorite sport, and I'm a diehard Buffalo Bills fan. So the idea of playing as the Bills, playing through a season and doing that stuff, it's great. But as I was reading more about this new game, I started to get a little first I got excited, and then I got not as excited, and I'll tell you why. Well, so I got excited. They talked about the franchise mode. It's it's a mode that people have been asking for, where you do the free agency and there's trading and you have to scout players. I'm like, this sounds so cool. I love the idea. And I was like, okay, I'm in. And then they talk about the new technology called Field Sense. And I was like, okay, let's see what this is. And know what this is? It's like everything is just more realistic. You have to control every little detail that's happening on the field. And I was like, oh no, really? When they talked about realism, I was like all for it. I thought they meant graphics. But they're like, no, you gotta adapt to the defenses to perform mid-air knockouts, hit the pile to assist in tackles already in progress, blow up blocks, force turnovers. Skill-based passing is another addition with new accuracy reticle and power meter. I'm like, really? I can't just hit the button and pass anymore? I have to get this. Oh man, it sounded like hell. So
I guess they saw that Fortnite was doing really well, and they decided, hey, let's make ours just as complicated.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you also got to build a shack to get your player to go on top of. But it does say the classic passing can be turned on. So, that's good. Unless you're playing against people online or whatever, and there's an edge to, I'm sure there probably is an edge to having this new Field Sense thing. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. They also did talk about the graphics and how amazing they look. These 4K end zone, celebrations and stuff like that. Sounded really cool. So the jury's still out for me. We'll see what happens. I know the last one didn't get great reviews, and it was just more of the same. So this one seems to be taking that to heart and changing things up. If it changes up too much, I don't know. But one of the cool features, John Madden himself will don the cover. R.I.P. He passed away last year. And it's really cool. There's a few different covers with him on there. And, he's out there. He's doing his thing. He doesn't have to worry about the Madden curse anymore, which, he's already had it, I guess.
Oh, God. For the record, now that we're past the intro, I thought John Madden recently passed away. That would have made a lot more sense.
It was recent. I think it was December of last year.
Only 6 months.
Yeah. So... yeah, fairly recent. I guess it's how do you determine recency in this new post-COVID era? That seems like yesterday.
Right.
Yes. But yeah, we'll pour one out for John Madden, and we'll play this new Field Sense mode. But I am eager to see more of this game and see if it is something that's for me. You're not. You're still over it. You're still done.
Well, with Game Pass, all things are possible.
It's true.
We'll see.
It is true, yeah. Are you a fan of the NFL?
Yeah, I watch a little football. I mean, we watch the Super Bowl every year, but it's I haven't had TV in years, so watching the games is really hard to do.
Yeah. I have an antenna just for football on Sundays, and that's it's all it's ever for. But yep, I'm excited. We will report back on our findings on Madden NFL 23. All right, that is our news for this past week. I am exhausted, although there is one thing left, and it is to anoint a brand new content creator of the week. This week, we're talking Xenosos. I think that's how it's pronounced. Xenosos. I think that sounds about right. But they are this great creator that I've been watching a lot of stuff. And the reason I like the content is that it's so varied. They got Halo Infinite multiplayer, Bug Snacks lately, some Forza, and when you're watching, it's one of those, we've talked about it before, the commentary. So he's got, they got their face right on the screen there, and you're just watching them enjoy playing video games. The commentary's funny. I'm all in on Xenosos.
Oh yeah, very, very high effort stuff. Even when you see their slices, they've got the whole layout going on. They show all the screen.
Yes.
I mean, you can tell that they're not just slapping stuff together, putting a sticker on it and saying, here's my content.
Too much of that where it's just like the zoomed in like clip where it's like, the ability is out there to make it quality stuff, and they're doing it. And you can find them on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Definitely go check out the stuff. I'm telling you, it's fun stuff. The commentary, man, it makes me laugh. So, especially watching them. Like, I Bug Snacks is a game that is played in this house way more. So my kid, he's only 4, is now just playing by himself, which is good because, I've talked about how I've played Astrobot, whatever, all the way through like 6 times. My wife has played Bug Snacks front to back like 10 times. So now he's playing by himself. But it's just on every single day. I'm like, I need to find you a new game, kid. But so I like to watch other adults play Bug Snacks. I guess it's a little bit more enjoyable than watching my 4-year-old play it. But he's enjoyable too. Maybe his Twitch channel will come out soon. Just Bug Snacks all the time. Is there a market for that? Xenosos, let me know. Is there a market for this Bug Snacks gameplay?
When you see those stats.
Exactly. Send us those stats. And also, yes, go to his page. I'll link it in the show notes. Follow. Leave a little like. Leave a comment. It's good stuff. Trust me. All right. That's the end of this show. Anything else?
We've gone through it all. Just everybody keep in mind that John Madden passed last year, not recently.
It's recent. Don't beat yourself up over it. It was fairly recent. What did you say? I don't even remember. Inform me. What did you say?
I said he's gone to the big end zone in the sky, as if it was news.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people that probably don't know that. Probably don't know who John Madden is, especially Fruit Lab.
Tell you what, I question what happened to Betty White every day, whether she actually died or not, because it seems like that would have been bigger than it was.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, you think she's still alive? Is what you're saying?
Maybe. I don't remember seeing it in the news.
Oh yeah, it's I remember when it was. It was like right before her 100th birthday or something, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. She's dead, dude. Here, you want to do another intro? We'll do another intro where you talk about Betty White recently passing away.
Let's leave it.
All right. We'll leave it for next time. All right. Thanks so much for watching us. We are Gaming News Weekly. You can find this episode or this show every week on Fruit Lab, on YouTube at Pop Culture Playground. You can also find it anywhere you get your podcasts. You could hear us talking about the recently deceased John Madden. And please go leave us a comment, leave us a review if you can. Give us 5 stars. Just talk us up. We need the help. And then myself, E-Rock the Red, you can find on Fruit Lab, posting clips of games very sporadically lately. I just I gotta find something that's really calling to me. I haven't found that yet. And then Full Clip is also on Fruit Lab doing his thing. You can watch that Call of Duty video coming up probably real soon, as well as check him out on Twitch, Full Clip _FL. Did I forget anything? I think that's it, right? It's a lot, dude.
Hope so.
It's a lot. I can't even. I'm not even with it anymore. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode, and we will see you next week with more gaming news.